few days ago, I uploaded this video to my YouTube channel talking about my theories for The Last of Us Part 3 if it ever ends up being made. And as usual, I started the video by introducing myself and contextualizing why I'm making the video to begin with. Normally, I would say I'm a queer game developer who has been making content about The Last of Us for going on 5 years now. But in this particular video, I happen to say that I am a lesbian game developer. And honestly, I don't even really know why. It's just how it came out when I recorded this particular video. But let me tell you, calling myself a lesbian instead of queer made all the difference in terms of the kinds of comments that I have been receiving on this video. For anyone who is genuinely curious about why I feel it's necessary to introduce myself as a lesbian or a queer person in my YouTube videos, there are a lot of reasons. First and foremost, I am a lesbian, and that's a big part of my life. Secondly, being a game developer, I am in a field that is largely dominated by cis-het men, and so I think it's always important to highlight when somebody doesn't fall into that category in this industry. And thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, I specifically make analysis type videos on YouTube, and somebody's personal experiences and perspectives play a huge role in how they analyze media. I think what a lot of straight non-queer people don't realize is that for a lot of queer people, being queer is so much more than who you sleep with. And it's not just about identity politics or box ticking. It is a way of life. It is a way of viewing and interacting with the world that differs from the cishet norm. My queerness is a huge part of my life. It informs the media that I like and choose to engage with. It affects who I like to hang out with and spend time with. It affects and informs my values, my political alignment, my music choices. So of course, all of that is going to have a massive impact on how I view, analyze, talk about all the media that I encounter and engage with, and also the videos that I create as a result of engaging with that media queerly. One of the theories that I talked about in my video for what The Last of Us could potentially be about is about the generational divide between the post and pre-outbreak generations, and how the younger generation who were born and raised in this lawless, war-torn landscape without any sort of national governing body is going to view the world and society completely differently from anybody who remembers life before the outbreak. And that theory alone is hugely impacted by my queerness, because queer people are constantly looking to the past to try and figure out how to be better in the future, and questioning existing systems and whether they're there because they actually work or whether they're there because they serve some sort of cis-het patriarchal purpose that doesn't actually serve everybody. Also, The Last of Us Part 2 in particular is very queer. It has tons of queer themes, lots of queer characters, and a large portion of the fan base is queer. And maybe some, reactionary Magic Circle gamers are going to be majorly offended by my saying that, but you not liking it doesn't make it not true.